Hey, don't skip. Answer one question in your mind. Can you explain your full day from morning to night in clear, natural English? If the answer is, maybe, stay right here.
Because today, we're about to take you through the most fun, the most real, the most useful English lesson you will watch this week. No boring grammar, no heavy textbooks, just real-life English, mixed with embarrassing stories, unexpected moments, and a lot of laughter.
And by the end of this episode, you will confidently talk about your daily routine like someone who has lived in the US their whole life.
So, stay with us, grab a drink, get comfortable. This is going to be good.
Welcome back to Everyday English Talks. I'm Mila, your coffee-obsessed early morning motivational speaker who motivates herself more than anyone else.
And I'm Ethan, your I set my alarm 5 times but still wake up late co-host.
He really does.
Hey, don't expose me so early in the video. Let me survive at least 5 minutes.
Anyway, before we start, please hit subscribe, tap like, and share this lesson with anyone who wants better English.
It helps the channel a lot, and it keeps Mila from crying in the shower.
Please subscribe. My tears have salt, and it ruins my shampoo.
Okay, let's begin before she explodes.
All right, Ethan. Let's talk about mornings. The time of day when some people feel fresh and alive, and others walk around like confused zombies.
I'm definitely the second one, a confused zombie who still hasn't found his purpose in life before 9 a.m.
Same. Let me tell you exactly how my morning starts, in full detail. My alarm goes off at 6:45 a.m. I chose a gentle alarm sound, something soft, peaceful, relaxing, so it doesn't shock me awake. Except, guess what? Even the peaceful sound makes me angry in the morning. I look at my phone and think, why? Why are you making noise? Who gave you permission? Then I open my eyes slowly, stretch, and grab my phone. I check the time. Sometimes I check messages, and sometimes I stare at the wall for 20 seconds like a frozen statue.
That's my favorite morning hobby.
Then I finally get out of bed, like a grandma who fought a dragon in her sleep. I walk to the bathroom, and I swear I look like a sleepy penguin. No balance, no coordination, just vibes. I wash my face, and every morning the cold water surprises me. Every single morning. Like I didn't know water is cold.
The betrayal of cold water is real.
Then I brush my teeth, and I actually enjoy that part. It wakes me up. I start feeling human again. And then, the most important moment of my day, coffee time.
Here we go.
I walk to the kitchen like I'm entering a sacred temple. I make my coffee, and when I take the first sip, my soul comes back into my body, and I say quietly, okay, fine, I can live today.
All right, my morning is different. The alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m., and I do the most American thing ever. I hit the snooze button. Then 6:35, snooze. 6:40, snooze. 6:45, I negotiate with life. Like, do I really need this job? Maybe I can become a full-time sleeper.
You already are a full-time sleeper.
Then finally, I force myself to sit up, and I stare at my phone with one eye open like a pirate looking for treasure. Then I get out of bed, walk to the bathroom, and I always bump into the same table. Every day, every morning, same table, same pain, same scream.
The table is winning.
I brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I look in the mirror to check if I'm still alive. Then I go to the kitchen, open the fridge, and stare inside like I'm watching a documentary. Nothing changes, but I still stare every morning. For breakfast, sometimes I eat cereal. sometimes toast, and sometimes nothing.
Correct. Sometimes Ethan's breakfast is air. Breakfast is so simple, but so dramatic. Let me tell you about the time I tried to make a healthy smoothie. I added spinach, banana, almond milk, and ice. I closed the blender lid, or at least I thought I closed it, and pressed the button. Boom! Green explosion. Everywhere. The ceiling, the counter, my hair, my soul.
Not the soul.
My whole kitchen smelled like spinach for 2 days.
My breakfast story is worse. One time I poured cereal into the bowl and then poured orange juice on top instead of milk.
No!
Yes, I stared at the bowl like I have made a terrible mistake, but I was late, so I ate it anyway.
I would rather starve. Now let's talk about getting ready. This takes me time. Sometimes a lot of time. I choose my outfit, change my mind, choose another outfit, change my mind again, and then go back to the first outfit.
The eternal fashion struggle.
Then I put on my clothes, fix my hair, do my makeup if I have time, and put on my shoes. Sometimes I forget something. Once I forgot to put on mascara on one eye. Just one. I looked like I belonged in 2 different movies at the same time.
My getting ready process is simpler. Open closet, pick shirt, put on shirt, leave.
Men are so lucky.
But sometimes I put on my shirt backwards and don't notice for 2 hours.
Okay, never mind. Do you drive to work every day?
Not every day. Sometimes I drive. Sometimes I take the bus. Sometimes I walk. One time, I got on the wrong bus for 25 minutes. I kept thinking, wow, I don't recognize any of these buildings. But my brain said, maybe the city grew overnight.
Your morning brain is dangerous.
Eventually, the bus driver said, end of the line. And I said, end of my hope.
I usually drive, but once I got halfway to work and realized I forgot my laptop at home. So I turned around, drove back, grabbed my laptop, and then remembered I also forgot my lunch. That day, I lived in my car basically. All right, let's talk about work. This is where most of us spend the majority of our day. I usually check my emails, plan lessons, edit videos, write content, sit at my desk, join meetings. But here's something funny. One time I joined a video meeting and talked for 5 whole minutes before realizing my microphone was off. Classic teacher problem.
The worst part? My students were too polite to tell me. They just sat there smiling politely while I passionately explained the assignment.
I had a similar experience. I once did an entire lesson online with a filter turned on. I didn't notice. I was a potato for 18 minutes.
Mila, you taught English as a potato?
A potato with excellent pronunciation. All right, everyone, we made it to the afternoon. If you're still here with us, that means you're serious about your English and you're enjoying the journey. And honestly, that makes me so happy.
Same here. And hey, if you are enjoying this, don't forget. Pause, smile, playful look, hit that subscribe button like it just stole your snacks.
Yes, smash it, tap it, hug it, whatever you want. Just don't ignore it. Okay, Ethan, should we dive into the afternoon?
Let's do it. Afternoon energy on.
So usually after lunch, I go back to work. You know that moment when you've just eaten something delicious and suddenly work feels like a mountain?
Oh, yes. You take one bite of a sandwich and boom, instant sleep mode.
Exactly. But I try to stay productive, so I usually start my afternoon by checking emails again.
Ah, yes, the universal thing we all do. Email, email, and more email. Sometimes I think my inbox is training to run a marathon.
Same. So I check emails, reply to anything important, and then I usually review my tasks for the rest of the day.
That's a great phrase for everyone listening. Review my tasks. It means you look at your to-do list and see what you need to finish.
Exactly. I look at what's urgent, what's important, and what I can do later.
What's your usual afternoon work like?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I have more meetings, sometimes I edit documents, sometimes I help coworkers with their projects.
Helping coworkers, always nice. Unless that coworker talks too much and then suddenly your afternoon disappears.
Every office has that one talkative person, and if you are that person, we see you.
We love you, but we see you.
Anyway, here are some common afternoon work actions for our listeners. Check emails, reply to messages, work on projects, attend meetings, take notes, make phone calls, plan for tomorrow.
And don't forget, take a break.
Yes, a 5-minute break can save your brain.
Speaking of breaks, what do you usually do during your afternoon break?
Honestly, sometimes I stretch, sometimes I grab a snack, and sometimes I just stare at the wall like a frozen computer.
Relatable. Sometimes the wall is more interesting than work.
Absolutely. And for our English learners, here are some phrases you can use. Take a short break, grab a snack, stretch my legs, get some fresh air, refill my water bottle.
Very useful phrases. And if you drink too much water, don't forget, go to the restroom. One of the most common real-life actions.
Yes, absolutely real life.
Okay, Mila, be honest. Do you ever get tired in the afternoon?
Every single day. Around 3 p.m., my brain just goes, nope, try again tomorrow.
That is so real. For me, it's around 2:45 p.m. The sun hits the window just right, and suddenly I'm dreaming of my bed.
So what do you do to wake up?
Sometimes I drink coffee. Sometimes I listen to upbeat music. Sometimes I walk around the office like a lost tourist.
I can imagine that.
For English learners, feel tired. Lose energy. Try to stay awake. Grab a cup of coffee. Take a short walk.
And sometimes you just need a moment to breathe. After I re-energize, I go back to my main work. This is usually my most productive time of the day.
Really? Afternoon is your productive time?
Yes, my brain wakes up from lunch at around 3:30 p.m. Then I do all my deep work, writing, planning, creating.
Nice. I'm the opposite. My best work happens in the morning, and in the afternoon, I just try not to cry over my to-do list.
We balance each other.
True. So typical afternoon tasks could be finish important tasks, review documents, prepare presentations, send the final emails of the day, organize your workspace.
Yes, I love organizing my desk at the end of the day. It feels peaceful.
So let's say it's around 5 p.m. What do you usually do?
I start wrapping up. Wrap up means finish your work for the day.
Good phrase.
I check what I finished, update my tasks, and prepare what I have to do tomorrow.
Do you ever look at your list and think, wow, I did absolutely nothing today?
Sometimes, but usually I get a lot done.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ethan.
For everyone listening, these are useful phrases. Finish work, wrap up for the day, prepare for tomorrow, check my schedule, turn off my computer.
Beautiful. That's a whole afternoon lesson. If you're enjoying this long, natural English conversation, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yes, and drop a comment saying, I'm learning with you. We want to see how many amazing learners made it this far. All right, ready for section 3, Ethan?
Let's take them into evening time. It's going to be fun. All right, everyone, if you're still with us, give yourself a big round of applause. Seriously. Morning check, afternoon check, and now drum roll, Ethan.
Drum roll. Evening time. The best part of the day. the part where your brain says, okay, I survived. Now what?
Exactly. Evening is like that soft moment when the world slows down a little.
And for our listeners, this is the time of day when you can practice English more easily because you're relaxed. So stay with us, okay? We're getting into the cozy part of the day.
So usually I finish work around 5 or 5:30, and the first thing I feel when I walk out of the office is freedom.
Yes, that I am no longer a corporate potato moment.
Right. So I grab my bag, say goodbye to my coworkers, and head home. That phrase is important for our learners. Head home means go home.
Yes, and when I head home, I usually listen to music or a podcast in the car. Sometimes something relaxing, sometimes something dramatic, sometimes something that just makes me dance while driving. Safely, of course.
I love that. On the bus or train, I usually listen to something calm. It helps me switch from work brain to home brain.
That's a great phrase, actually. Switch from work brain to home brain.
So I get home, unlock my door, and the first thing I say is, I'm home!
Do you say it to your furniture?
Yes, my sofa misses me.
Same. The moment I see my sofa, my soul leaves my body and flies straight into the cushions.
So when I arrive home, I usually take off my shoes, put down my bag, wash my hands, and change into comfortable clothes.
Yes, that's an important phrase. Change into comfortable clothes.
Also known as goodbye jeans, hello pajamas.
Best part of the day. Okay, Mila, what do you do to relax in the evening?
It depends. Sometimes I sit on the sofa and just breathe. Other days I watch a little TV. Sometimes I scroll on my phone, checking messages or watching funny videos.
Same. Sometimes I watch YouTube, sometimes I play a little game on my phone, sometimes I stare at the wall thinking about life choices.
So relatable.
And for our English learners, some useful evening verbs. Relax on the sofa, watch TV, check my phone, scroll through social media, take a small rest.
Very useful. And yes, scrolling is a real part of modern life. Okay, let's talk about dinner. In the evening, I usually cook something simple. Sometimes pasta, sometimes salad, sometimes a little rice dish.
Ooh, nice. When I cook dinner, I usually put on music in the background, something chill. Then I cut vegetables, boil something, stir something, pretend I'm a chef.
Yes. So common phrases around cooking dinner include prepare dinner, cook dinner, cut vegetables, boil water, heat the pan, mix ingredients.
And then the very important one, eat dinner.
Absolutely. Do you eat at the table or on the sofa?
Be honest. Sofa.
Same. The sofa is the king of the evening.
Okay, after dinner, what next?
I clean the kitchen a little. Not deep cleaning, just putting the dishes in the sink or dishwasher, wiping the table, trying to make it look like a normal adult lives there.
Same, just the basics. For everyone listening, these are useful phrases. Clear the table, wash the dishes, load the dishwasher, clean the kitchen counters.
After that, I usually take a moment to relax again. Maybe talk to my family, reply to messages, check tomorrow's tasks.
Yes, evening is the time when I usually call my parents or text my friends. It feels peaceful.
Sometimes in the evening, I do something fun like reading a book, watching a movie, doing a hobby, drawing, or journaling.
Nice! I usually do play video games, read something interesting, listen to music, or sometimes go for a walk.
Yes, evening walks are amazing. Cool air, quiet streets, peaceful mood.
And great for English learners too, because you can listen to our podcast while you walk.
Yes, please do that.
Okay, let's talk about winding down. That means calming your body and mind before sleeping.
Yes, around 9 or 9:30, I begin to wind down. I dim the lights, maybe make some tea, change the mood.
I love that phrase, wind down. It means relax slowly and prepare for sleep.
Exactly. I avoid heavy food, loud music, or stressful things at this time.
Same here. Sometimes I light a candle, sometimes I stretch a little, sometimes I turn on soft music.
That's perfect for the evening. It makes your mind slow down. So that's our evening routine. Relaxing, cooking, cleaning, hobbies, talking to family, all that nice stuff.
Evening is where the magic happens. It's the time when you recharge the battery.
And it's also a great time to practice English. Maybe watch a movie, read something, repeat phrases from today's episode.
Yes! If you're still here listening to Section 3, we love you. Your English will get better. You're putting in the time and it shows.
All right, ready for Section 4, night routine?
Oh yes, the final part of the day. The part where we all pretend we're going to sleep early.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the final chapter of our day. We talked about morning, afternoon, evening, and now the grand finale, nighttime. Nighttime is that moment when your brain whispers, okay, let's slow down, let's breathe, let's just exist for a moment. And honestly, it's my favorite part of the day.
Same. Night feels like a hug, like the world finally becomes soft.
So usually around 10 or 10:30, I start my night routine. The first thing I do is go to the bathroom.
Yes, this is important for English learners. We use simple verbs like brush my teeth, wash my face, change into pajamas. These are very common nighttime actions.
Exactly. So I put on my pajamas, tie my hair back, and clean my face. That part always makes me feel human again.
Same. After a full day, that moment when you wash your face is like, ah yes, this is who I am.
After that, I usually make my room cozy. I turn off the bright lights and switch on a soft lamp. Maybe light a candle, maybe put on quiet music.
That's a great tip for our listeners. We say set the mood. It means preparing the atmosphere around you.
Yes, I make my bed comfortable, fluff the pillows, and sometimes open my window a little for fresh air.
You're giving hotel. I love it.
Well, sleep is important.
Okay, this next part is something I do almost every night, and it helps me so much.
Let me guess, you think about life and stare at the ceiling.
Sometimes yes, but usually I reflect. Just a few minutes. I think about my day, what went well, what I could do better tomorrow.
I do that too. It's a great moment to be honest with yourself. We can teach our listeners some useful phrases. Think about my day, plan for tomorrow, relax my mind, take a moment for myself.
Beautifully said.
Okay, here's something I love doing at night. Reading. Not heavy reading, just a few pages of something soft.
Yeah, reading at night is like taking your brain to a spa.
True. Sometimes I also journal. I write a few lines about my day. It helps me sleep better.
And sometimes I listen to soft, relaxing music, or a calming podcast, or nature sounds. Rain sounds hit different at night, let me tell you.
Rain plus soft blanket equals heaven.
Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. Bedtime.
The best word ever. So I get into bed, pull up the blanket, and just sigh.
Then I check my phone for a minute.
Raises eyebrow. Just a minute.
Okay, maybe 10 minutes.
Exactly. Everyone scrolls at night. It's basically a human rule.
For English learners, get into bed, scroll for a bit, put my phone away, close my eyes, fall asleep.
I love that. So after scrolling, I put my phone to the side, turn off all the lights, and close my eyes.
Now, let's talk about the beautiful moment when you fall asleep. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it happens fast.
Yes, some nights I fall asleep in 3 minutes. Other nights, my brain says, let's overthink everything you've ever done.
Exactly. But generally, nighttime is peaceful.
the world becomes quiet, and your day finally ends.
And the next morning, the whole cycle begins again. But don't worry, you're becoming better every day.
All right, everyone, that was our full day. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Thank you for spending this time with us.
Yes, thank you. If you stayed until this part of the episode, you are serious about learning English, and we're proud of you.
Remember, every single word you learn today becomes a tool you'll use tomorrow.
And don't pressure yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying. Little steps count. Small progress matters. If you enjoyed this lesson, please make sure to subscribe to Everyday English Talks. Your support helps us create more episodes like this.
And leave a comment telling us, what time do you go to bed? We want to know. We read your comments every single day.
Also, share this episode with a friend who is learning English. Let's help people grow together.
Thank you again for being with us. Take care of yourself tonight. Sleep well. And remember, your English journey continues tomorrow. Good night, everyone.